Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome. I want to welcome our invited guests and also our fellow affiliate. My name is Clinton Daly, your host for tonight's presentation. Also joining us is Mr. Christopher Thomas and Ms. Sulin Gibbs. This would be a great time to check the participant list to see if your invited guests are present. If they are not here, please send them a gentle reminder that we have started, that the presentation has started. I'm going to give you a minute, just to do that. Make sure that all the persons, this will be a great time to have them on board. If you know someone who would be interested in this topic for tonight, improving eyesight in natural way, it would be also great if you could drop in the chat where you're tuning in from. Which neck of the wood you are tuning in from. I am in New York, Brooklyn, New York. Where are you? We'll be happy to know, because we have the ability to stream worldwide. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome. There are various reasons why a person's eyesight may deteriorate. Most of these cases, if not addressed effectively, may lead to blindness. Good evening. We have Linstead in the house, Linstead, Jamaica. We have Trinidad and Tobago in the house. We have Pennsylvania. We have St. Elizabeth, it's Miracle. Welcome, 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 welcome. Please invite your parents, your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, everyone who you think would like to improve their eyesight, or better yet, to prevent any deterioration. I'm sure everyone should be interested. I am. Welcome, Miss Brooks, Ilse Brooks from Anguilla. Roxy Ben, Potsdam, District St. Elizabeth. We welcome everyone. Miss Ellen Harvey from Jamaica. Welcome. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. You're about to hear how you can improve your eyesight. Most of these cases, as I said, if not addressed effectively, may lead to blindness. Tonight you are going to hear how you can improve your eyesight with the use of natural organic mushroom-based products. Make sure that you have invited all of the persons you know who could benefit from this presentation. Without further ado, I would like to help me welcome at this time our own, the person who I believe has so much competence and capability to bring this across to us in such a way that everyone can understand and everyone can see and feel and hear, and certainly have to take action. Because when this gentleman speaks on a topic, we never leave the same. We have no other but Mr. Christopher Thomas, our health and wellness coach. Are you here, sir?
Sir Clinton Daly, absolutely.
Wonderful.
100%.
Thank you, Mr. Christopher. Thank you very much for taking this time. Sir, I'm sure you're not a selfish man, and you yourself have testified in the past how these products have helped your eyesight.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
A better person is going to welcome you, and we ask you, dear Lord, that you will take the floor, sir, and blow us away as you always do.
Thank you so much, Sir Clinton Daly, my friend, my brother over there in Brooklyn, New York. I am so happy that you would have served the fire hazard that permeated the atmosphere of North America, emanating from Canada over the last week. Happy, sir, that you have survived, and I'm sure your survival has to do with some of these products that have been taking yourself.
Definitely.
Happy to see you here this evening. Our guests and, of course, our affiliates are delighted to have you as our this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, let me thank you for taking time out of your busy schedules to be present with us this evening. Your being here is indicative of the fact that you do have an interest in the subject to be discussed this evening. Let me also use this opportunity to remind you that if you are present with us and you invited a few persons, maybe a parent, maybe a spouse or a relative, whomever you have invited and you're not seen in the participants list, this is an opportune time for you to reach out to them, just to remind them that we have started the process. The discussion is about to begin, and it would be really nice of them to join us this evening. Let me also thank those persons who are always present on these health and wellness seminars. I see these returning faces, and that speaks volume. It means that the information is resonating with you, and so therefore you are craving for more. This evening, a very, very important subject. We're looking at improving, maintaining, and restoring vision naturally. Lots of persons across the world are struggling with eye impairment, vision impairment, for one reason or the other. In fact, impairment poses an enormous threat to the global financial hub, because this burden of a vision impairment is really a serious cost to productivity globally. In fact, it is estimated that this particular challenge is employers and governments approximately $411 billion annually. Yes, persons struggling with types of vision impairments. Now, according to the World Health Organization, the leading causes of vision impairment and blindness are really uncorrected refractive errors and, of course, cataract. These are just creating mayhem, all across the globe. Majority of people that fall into this category are usually persons 50 and older. But of course, these conditions, they have no religious affiliation, they have no gender, they have no age barrier, they have absolutely no social class. They affect just about, every sphere of the society. Now, interestingly, the organization has estimated that approximately 2.2 billion people globally, they have some type of vision impairment or blindness, right? Some type of impairment or blindness. And this is a lot. This is not a chicken feed number. The question that I want to ask at this minute is, are you one of those persons? Are you one of the persons? Are you one of these 2.2 billion people that is currently being affected with vision impairment? And this could the fact that yes, your vision is impaired, or you are currently blind. Which is it? If you are, you can drop the number 7 in the chat. If you know somebody who is being impacted, drop the number 7 in the chat. And if you have invited somebody here, drop the number 1. Now, interestingly, the most common vision impairment problems or challenges comes to us in the form of macular degeneration, glaucoma, cataract, and of course, diabetic retinopathy. Now, these are the basis, according to the World Health Organization, of the challenge. So many people are, impacted as a result of one of these, conditions, the cataract, the glaucoma, yes, and of course, degeneration that has to do with primarily aging. It's a major problem. Remember, I stated earlier that this problem is costing economies across the world approximately $411 billion. Yes, because so many individuals who should really be, who are in their productive years, they are in their productive years, able to be productive because of, blindness or some vision impairment. Now, let us look at these, individually. Macular degeneration, ladies and gentlemen, is an eye issue that can blur your central vision, right? This is something that blurs the central vision. It happens when aging causes damage to the macula, right? Now, this is the part of the eye that sharp, straight ahead vision. Yes, this is the part of the eye that controls, that straight, sharp ahead vision. The macula is part of the retina, the light sensitive tissue at the back of the eye. Interestingly, certain factors that influence this degeneration include increased aging. So as you age, then there is a propensity for this to happen, right? Family history, right? Race. They said that people who are of the Caucasian, race, these people are, more at risk for this type of eye impairment. But of course, smoking, high cholesterol, obesity, diabetes, and cardiovascular diseases are some of the other factors that contribute to macular degeneration. No, another of those common eye problems you see is glaucoma, right? I'm sure that if I were to ask you if you know somebody who's struggling with glaucoma, almost every person on this presentation this evening could say yes. Yes. Let me test the waters. How many people right now know somebody who's struggling with glaucoma? Just drop the number 1 in the chat if you know any type of glaucoma related challenges. Right, you know somebody with glaucoma, just drop 1. All right, fine. So the one meaning that you know people with glaucoma issues. No, glaucoma, group of eye diseases, right, that result in damage to the upper nerve and causes over time total vision loss. Yes, so these people usually end up being blind, right? How many of these people do you know, right? Cataract, not to be outdone. Cataract is a cloudy area. This now clouds the lens of the eye, right? So this disease is what is known to cloud the lens of the eye. And of course, what that does is that it decreases the vision. Cataract often develops slowly and can affect one or both eyes, right? Symptoms may include faded, you can see the color not very clear at all, blurry or double vision. You're seeing one thing, but because the cataract is there, to you it is actually two, right? Trouble with bright lights, difficulty seeing at night, right? How many people do you know that are currently struggling as a result of cataract? And then we have this one that, this one just seems to be on the increase. This one is one that is more pronounced than even the glaucoma and the macular degeneration. It's really diabetic retinopathy, right? Now, diabetic retinopathy is an eye disease caused by diabetes, particularly type 2 diabetes, right? Is that the retina is designed to transform light into signals that leads to the brain, right? So the brain can process that. What happens now is that the diabetic retinopathy occurs when the high blood sugar levels damage your blood vessels. Of course, these blood vessels are damaging the retina. And what happens is that they tend to swell. And once they swell, they either leak or they grow, they expand these blood vessels. And what happens in turn cause what is called blurry vision, they cause flashes, in some cases floaters, and of course pain and pressure in the eyes, right? Loads of people right now on this presentation, you know who's diabetic and is currently experiencing this challenge. In fact, here in Jamaica, more people struggle with diabetic retinopathy than glaucoma and cataract combined, because 1 in 2 in every one struggles with type 2 diabetes. And particularly since the COVID pandemic, you see a lot are now crying out that, hey, they are diabetic in one way or the other. Some persons have seen such sharp increase in their diabetic levels to the extent where the is now destroyed, they're not producing insulin any at all, and now they have to be placed on insulin. That's how bad it is. And so when an individual is diabetic, usually 4 things occur. Number 1, you tend to lose the vision. So the vision becomes blurry, as you're learning here. If you stay in a wound, then it becomes very difficult to yield. And so what we find is persons have what is called diabetes foot. They get a cut and it never heals, right? Of course, the issue of the kidney failure, renal failure, and of course the low libido issues, right? So that is how these are the common problems that individuals globally tend to have with their vision. But of course, for every problem, there's always a solution or a proposed solution. And this is very happy to share with you a product line that has been helping individuals all on earth to improve their vision. So we're talking about improving the quality of the vision, maintaining the quality of the vision, and in some cases we have seen where that was lost has been restored completely, right? Now, here at Prime Life Health, we are pleased to share with you this evening a product known as Sight. Now, this is an interesting product, ladies and gentlemen. This particular, technology that is found in this particular product, not only helps to protect the fiber, right, but also it helps the nerves of the eye. And you would have heard that some of the conditions that we talked about earlier, what happens is that the fiber and the nerves are damaged in those cases, diabetes, and so on, right? So that's what this product does. It literally speaks to the fiber and the nerves of the eye, speaking to the blood vessels, helping them to be restored, helping them to improve and strengthen them. Now, you may be asking the question, what is it about this one product that could cause it to be so potent, to be so powerful, right? Well, if you look at the screen, you are seeing some ingredients. Below the picture on the left, you see some ingredients there. And then to the picture on the right, you see 2 key ingredients. Now, this product, ladies and gentlemen, is amplified, strengthened, buttressed by 25,000 international unit of beta-carotene, which is vitamin A. So this is all the vitamin A that in order to have that perfect vision. This is all A that you need in order to have that high quality vision that you so greatly desire. And there are people here who can attest to this, including myself, because there was a time, ladies and gentlemen, when sitting here and doing this presentation would be a challenge for me. My eyes would, spewing water. I'd be here and I have to be doing like literally just rubbing my eyes during the presentation. No, I don't have to, because I have used this product over an extended period of time, and I have seen tremendous improvement to the extent where you're looking at me right now and you see that there is no liquid, cascading down my face as a result of that eye problem that I had in the past. So really, that's just one of the many ingredients that this product contains. It also contains an ingredient known as lutein. Now, if you have never heard about it, I'm going to ask you this evening, and all these ingredients that we're speaking about this evening, I'm going to ask you to really, take a closer look at them for yourself. You are adults, I presume. You are intelligent to conduct your own research. So please don't take my word for it alone. Go look at the ingredients and you will see what I'm talking about. Now, this lutein that we're referring to is really a carotenoid, right? And of course, it comes with anti-inflammatory properties, right? A large body of evidence shows that lutein has several beneficial effects when it comes to vision health and vision quality, right? Lutein is known to improve or even prevent age-related macular diseases, which is actually the leading cause of blindness and vision impairment. About them earlier. We talk about these degenerative diseases, right? Whether it comes to cataract, glaucoma, diabetes, or just the macular degeneration. We spoke about those earlier. So now you are seeing the connection between the ingredient and the problem that you would have heard about earlier. Is the information saying to you that exactly what this lutein is going to do for you. It's going to help to prevent, it's going to help to improve, yes, those macular degeneration that may occur as a result of aging over time. If you are with me and you are following me and you understand what I'm saying, and what I'm saying to you is making sense, drop the number 7 in the chat so we can keep the conversation going. No, another ingredient here, ladies and gentlemen, is zinc. And it was really through research for this presentation that I recognized that zinc is an important ingredient in the human body for vision quality, right? Because here's what the zinc does. The zinc is a powerful antioxidant, right? And what this does is that it protects against cell damages. Remember, your eyes, right, are made up of cells, all different types of cells, millions constitute the eye. And so here it is that zinc is one of those ingredients that literally protects against damages, right? So the more zinc you have in your system, then of course, the better your vision quality ought to be. And not those great ingredients would be the bilberry fruit. Now, I first heard about the bilberry fruit through this particular product. Now, the bilberry fruit, it is very rich in vitamins and what is known as phenol oxides, right? Now, these phenol oxides, ladies and gentlemen, are used over a period of time, yes, to reduce any type of disorders, right, of the retina, right, of the retina rather, let me say that correctly, of the retina, right, nearsightedness, and of course glaucoma. So with the bilberry fruit, with all this phenolic acid, and of course the anthocyanins, what these things is that they provide the body with the flavonoid antioxidants. And with the flavonoid antioxidants, these things are used mainly to treat eye conditions such as disorder of the retina, cataracts, nearsightedness, and of course glaucoma. No, this is interesting. This is big information, Because when you look at this type of fruit, and you look at the lutein, and you look at the zinc, and you look at the overall quantity of vitamin A that is present in this, and know all these benefits of these key ingredients, no wonder when people use them, they tend to see these amazing results. Another of the great ingredients would be the grapeseed. Now, the grapeseed extract also reduces swelling caused by injury, and of course it also helps with the eye disease related to diabetes. This is the primary function of the grapeseed, right? Very rich in antioxidants, and of course it has the substance that protects the cells from being damaged. And you heard the critical piece of information there is that it actually reduces the swelling as it relates to any injury at all, and of course those that would have been caused by the diabetes. So again, the diabetic is coming under control right here as a result of the grapeseed. Now, the L-taurine, interesting. This is believed to enhance the rods and the cones in the eye, right? These are very important in the sense that these cells in the retina of the eye, they serve as visual receptors in the cells. So you see where protection is being offered to these very important rods and cones that are necessary in your retina to enhance the quality of your vision. And the last of the ingredients is the L-cysteine. And of course, what this does now is that it suppresses the oxidative stress in the retina. And of course, it has very effective therapeutic effect in terms of addressing the matter of glaucoma. So here's a question I want to ask you. Have you ever seen one product with so many different great ingredients that really is designed to improve your overall vision? Maybe not, right? So here it is that we are introducing you to what we call the source. We are introducing you to what we call, don't want to say that word. There's a word that was coming. I don't want to say that word. But here, ladies and gentlemen, that consists of everything that you need for eyesight, for your vision, to enhance, to maintain, to restore, yes, to improve the overall quality of your vision, yes. So whether it's cataract, whether it's glaucoma, whether it is macular degeneration or diabetic retinopathy, whichever of those conditions you find yourself struggling with, or your friend struggling with, or your mother struggling with, or aunt, your uncle, your grandma, whomever, then of course you can easily say to them that I know of a product that is available through Prime Life Health where you can utilize to improve vision quality. Now, in addition to the vision quality, I always say to my clients, persons, to whom I have great respect, yes, that, they would have taken the time out of their busy schedules to say, hey, Chris, I have a challenge and I'd like help. When I ask my people, what is it that you are struggling with, why you are requesting help for your vision, 99.9% of them are saying to me, diabetes. I don't know about you, but that's what I'm getting. 99.9% of the people with whom I speak daily with vision challenges, they are saying to me that they are diabetic. So it would really be fruitless for us to have this conversation without pointing to as well the products that are helpful in mitigating, controlling, that type 2 diabetes. And one such product is the Rishi. The Rishi mushroom, ladies and gentlemen, is known to significantly reduce, your blood pressure, your blood sugar level, your cholesterol levels, and of course, these are the things that that are at the root cause primarily for these, degeneration, especially for those of us who are aging, right? So, mushroom has these properties. First and foremost, it is very strong in antioxidants. It has over antioxidants. It has in excess of 200 polyphenols, and it has over 3,000, 3,000, other micronutrients that are designed specifically to allow the cells in the body to function effectively. In other words, what it does is that it helps to ward off all the oxidative stress, because by now you should realize that your challenges with your vision is as a result of oxidative stress. The more oxidative stress that is on the system, that leads to the damaging of the cells, etc. That is what leads now to the blurry vision. That is what leads now to your blindness. That is what leads to your nearsightedness. This is what leads to your cataract. So the more antioxidants you can put into your system, then the better it is for you. Now, so far as we know, this particular mushroom is very, very rich in all the antioxidants that the body so badly needs, right? Of course, it gets better because the Rishi that we produce here at Prime Life Health, I want to say produce, these Rishi mushroom, ladies and gentlemen, is in Jamaica. The mushroom literally comes from over there in Japan. Of course, it is collected, it is harvested over a 10-year period, and then it goes to our mother in the United States where it is produced naturally, right? And this is what it comes to. So we have the Rishi extract here, pure extract, extremely potent, and of course it is rich in all the antioxidants that you need to help to manage that type 2 diabetes, manage that cholesterol, manage that high blood pressure, right? Of course, also our sugar extract, and of course our sugar. The sugar is a nutrient-dense superfood, which of course, extremely potent in all your polyphenols, yes, in all your phytonutrients and the antioxidants again. And of course, it has properties that lowers the blood pressure and sugar, to levels that are just, in some cases ridiculous, as some people would say. The most potent of the Rishi mushroom would be the Rishi spore oil. Rishi spore oil. Right? Your Rishi spore oil. This has 2.5 pounds of certain organic Rishi mushroom. And of course, if you use this as opposed to the Rishi powder or the Rishi pill, then the benefits to you are like, how I look at this is like an atomic bomb being deposited. But the difference is, this is not an atomic bomb that's going to be destroying the body. It's actually an atomic bomb of, health that is being deposited in your system. So yes, with your sight, if you are diabetic, then it makes sense to choose from this line, whether it's the Rishi powder, the Shaga powder, or the Rishi capsule, the Shaga capsule. Of course, you have the most potent, which is the Rishi spore oil. But it makes sense that diabetes, to manage that high blood pressure, it makes sense to have. And of course, we always recommend that if you're going to see the value in these products, it makes sense to detoxify your system first. Why is that so? Ladies and gentlemen, according to research, the average human being is exposed to over 100,000 toxic chemicals on a daily basis. These toxic chemicals, these are the things that leads to things like chemical, cancers. You're talking about your diabetes, your hypertension. You're talking about, all of these lifestyle challenges. They start from somewhere, and usually it has to do with a buildup of toxins in the system. Because more toxins you have in the body, then of course the propensity body to function normally becomes a lot less, because now your body is corroded with what is called oxidative stress. So toxins breathe oxidative stress. And the more oxidative stress is on the system, then the more difficult it is for the body to function normally, because your cells are corroded. What do you need in order to offset that? What you need is a protein that is capable of getting into your cells and to provide your body with a comprehensive cellular detox. That is what this product does. This product is for that purpose, to detoxify and to cleanse your body in a very comprehensive way. Right? Now, you may ask the question, what makes this product so unique? Is it about it that is called, but that why people are raving about it? Well, guess what happened? We're talking about 12 ingredients. And of the 12 ingredients, there's the available there, and of course the shaga mushroom are also available in this particular mix. When people use this tea, drinking it 3 times daily, 8 ounces in the morning, with your breakfast, 8 ounces with your lunch or after lunch, and 4 ounces in the evening, people are seeing drastic changes in their body. People who are constipated are seeing that the system is now easily, able to excrete waste matters, right? People with, kidney issues are now realizing that the kidney is being cleansed and is able to do the job that it is designed to do. People with liver challenges, even fatty liver, people are saying that when they use the tea, they realize that the fat which corrodes the liver is dissipating, expeditiously. The arteries corroded with all types, are being eliminated from the system. And so people with type 2 diabetes are reporting great information. They are saying that, hey, listen, when I drink this tea, all my challenges are just in the past. Yes? And so, ladies and gentlemen, this is the big gift for us. We say to people that, look, you may not be able to afford all the teas at once, but if your vision is a problem, and you really want to, address that challenge, minimize the vision issue, detoxify your body first, then you get it. And once you do that, the rest is history. All that are in this particular product are now able to work a lot more effectively to give you the result that you desire. So in summary, we wanted to understand that the vision impairment is a major challenge globally. It is a major challenge, and it will continue to be a major challenge. What can you use to restore, in some cases, maintain, done, and of course improve your vision? We're talking about this great product here called Sight. It's available through the person who invited you. Somebody would have thought it prudent to invite you to this presentation. And so therefore, they are of the view that you need help and they would like. And so this product is available right here. Now, in case you are wondering to yourself, the things that I'm saying, are these things true? Yes, are they true? Who can attest to the benefits of this particular product? Who has used it? And outside of the presenter, the historian, who else can literally validate this information? Well, I can tell you, almost every person on this presentation who has used it can. And one person who certainly can is my friend out of St. Elizabeth, Miss Davis. Miss Davis, are you on this seminar this evening?
Yes, Mr. Thomas.
Thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for being here, ma'am. Please go ahead and share.
It's my pleasure.
Go ahead and share with our guest this evening how this product would have helped you to improve your overall vision.
Okay, sir. So good night, everyone. Yes. when I was introduced to these products, I was very excited. Reason being, I was wearing test glasses from 2005, and I noticed that each time I went to the doctor, the price of my lens keep going up, and I was like, then, doc, what is the reason for that? Because I don't understand. And he was saying that it's because my eye condition is getting worse, so that is the reason for the increase. And I was like, seriously? Then how is it that I am wearing glasses, changing the lens every 2 years, as you, for persons who wear glasses would know that every 2 years you have to change the lens. Keeping up with that and everything, and my eyes are getting worse. So I was there thinking to myself that, hey, this makes no sense, because I have to be spending so much money on the prescription for the lens and also the frame. So I was like, I think I want to try something else. And I went ahead and I chose my frame, and just like a man said to me, hold on, I told him to hold off where the lens is concerned. I chose the frame and tell him to hold off where the lens is concerned. So shortly after I was introduced to the products, to these natural products, and I was super excited to try them, because I was not getting much benefit from spending all that money, and my eyes condition were getting worse. So I was super excited to try them. The detox tea, Tedivina detox tea, and the side capsule in particular. So I was told that I have to do the detox. I have to take at least 6 packs of the teas first before I can try the side capsule. So I said, okay, bought the 6 packs of teas, and I took them. And trust me, I was super excited of the results that I got from the detox tea alone, because I used to have so many issues. One, my sinus conditions is very bad, and I used to have ringing in my ears, and I noticed that after doing the detox, that ringing in my ears went away. I used to have terrible back pain, foot pain, because my job requires me to do a lot of standing up, long standing up on my legs. So I used to have terrible foot pain, back pain, headache. Basically, all my body was in aches and pain. And I noticed that since I completed the detox, all those pains were gone, and my body felt lighter. I felt stronger. I was more energized and everything. And I was like, whoa, this tea is so good, because I got so many benefits from it. So therefore, I must try the side capsule. So I went ahead and I purchased the side capsule, and I took it. And after taking it, I realized that I am reading, because I couldn't read without my test glasses. I could not read, especially fine prints. It was very difficult for me to read. So I realized that, hey, because I'm a church person, so I go to church. So I read my Bible and study my daily lessons every morning. So I realized that I was reading properly without having to put the object, the book or anything close to my eyes. And I was like, whoa, this is ridiculous. So then I decided that I'm going to continue trying these products, because, and the other thing is that I noticed that first time when I used to, I couldn't go in the sun without my glasses on, without my test glasses on. And I noticed that, after taking the products, I realized that when I'm to walk in the sun, the pain that I used to feel in my eye, I no longer feel that pain. I wasn't feeling any pain or anything, and I was like, whoa, the pain is gone. I can see, I can read clearly, I'm seeing clearly without it. My eyes are not running anymore, are scratching me or anything. And my eyes was feeling light, different, completely different. And I was super excited, and I was like, whoa, I have to share these products with some of my friends that I know have the same eye problem. And from I started taking these products from 2020, I started taking the side capsule. These products, both the Tedivina Detox and the side capsule. And from that time to now, I am not wearing any test glasses. I still have my frame right now sitting in my house without any lens because I no longer need my test glasses. So these products are very, very effective. You will get, if you won't regret spending your money because you will get your money's worth and when you purchase these products. Trust me on that. So anyone on this call who have eye issues, you can try the products because they work. They definitely work. And whether or not you have eye conditions, you can still try them because you can take it as a regular supplement. So that's my little bit tonight.
Whoa. Ladies and gentlemen, but the presentation this evening is Myrtle Davies out of St. Elizabeth, Jamaica. She is telling you this evening that her situation was very, very rough in terms of the quality of her vision. Nonetheless, she heeded and she got herself a bottle of the sight along with her 6 detox tea. And what do you know? Her life has transformed significantly. The lens are still sitting down there in St. Elizabeth. Anywhere at all. My God, isn't that amazing? I saw my friend Venetia Blackwood in the chat typing away. Lady Venetia, please don't just type away, ma'am. Unmute your mic and share with the audience.
Hi, everyone.
Share with the audience that great testimony that you're typing away, ma'am. Go ahead and tell us. Tell us about your experience with this sight and the tea.
Hi, everyone. Yes, as it relates to this site, I didn't use the site. What I used was the detox tea and the mushroom. And trust me, for over 2 years now, I don't wear glasses. I don't know where it is. I have to search for it now. Normally, I couldn't walk in the sun without my glasses, as I have to change the lens every year. And since I started the products, especially the detox tea, I realized that I can go like a 1 and 2 days without my glasses. And then I realized sometimes I don't remember to put it on. Until I totally forget about it, I don't need it anymore. And then since I'm start taking the tea, the detox tea and the Rishi mushroom, yes. And I have a bottle of sight here with me. And I was going to use it sometime in December. I don't use it, and I realized that my eyes are working perfectly fine just by using the tea. So I can tell you that the tea works wonders. And if you have more complicated issue, the sight will work super wonders. The products are real good. You have to just be consistent and know what you want and go for it.
Wow. Thank you very much. Over Portland, Jamaica, Lady Venetia Blackwood serving the people in her unique capacity. She's saying to you this evening that, her situation was also, one that, was a cause for concern. However, drank the tea. Oh, you're in St. Mary. Wonderful. She drank the tea. All of that has changed drastically. I am waiting for somebody to join us. She's having some technical challenges. But there's a lady over there in Mapen. I remember meeting this lady back in August of last year at a convention. I went to a church and I spoke to 10,000 people over there on Old Harbour Road. And she was one of the audience, and I remember after the presentation and led her to me, and she was walking, she was holding on to her husband's shoulder. She came over And she said, hello, how you doing? Tell me some more about that product for the eye. And I went on and elaborated some more on the benefits of the sight. What can I tell you? She took the product, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, this lady was blind because I'm telling you that her husband, to me. And when she explained herself and I told her, she bought a bottle of the side, she bought some teas, and she went home. No, this is somebody who is telling us that she was unable to see for a very long time. Lo and behold, ladies and gentlemen, what do you know? This lady went and started using the Televina detox tea along with the side capsule. And in just 5 days, her eyes were open. She said on day 1 when she took it, mucus was coming out of her eyes. Day 2, mucus. Day 3, mucus. Day 4, mucus. And day 5, her eyes open. The lady is telling us that not only is she able to read her Bible on a but she's able to string needle. She's telling us that her eyes are sharper than those of her grandchildren. That's the power of the products that we're talking to you about. Now, additionally, this lady is diabetic, and recently she started using the shaga along with the Rishi mushroom, and her blood sugar, which was on about 17 to 21 on a given day, is now balanced at 5.5. She has become an evangelist, so to speak, for these products over there in Mayfield. Every single day, she has somebody calling me, say, hey, listen, the lady whose eyes got open and whose blood sugar is now balanced, tell me about I want some of the products. That's what we're talking about, Sir Clinton. That's what we're talking about, Venetia. That's what we're talking about, Myrtle Davies. And of course, all the other persons here with us this evening. She told me she was having some technical challenges, and so she's not able to join us. So I just shared on her behalf. But I want to thank those of you who are present. I saw a person circling the chat asking how you get the product. This is how you get the product. Somebody invited you to the presentation. Get back to the person who invited you, and they will guide you accordingly. If you are overseas, if you're in England, US, Europe, Canada, these people have their websites. You can go to their website and make the purchases of these products. If you are here in Jamaica, get it for you because the company does not ship to Jamaica like that, okay? So the person who invited you, so you can have your side, you can have your Rishi, you can have your Shaga mushroom, and you can have your Televina detox tea. Sir Clinton Daly, are you with us, sir?
Yes, sir, I'm right here.
If you are still with us, sir, unmute your mic.
Yes,
and
sir.
Or you have something to say based on the presentation and of course the testimonies shared by these awesome and amazing customers.
Thank you very much, Mr. Christopher. You have done a great job, sir, and I know that the invitees are more informed and knowledgeable about how they can improve their eyes. I am wearing my glasses, not because of my eyes are deteriorated. I basically only use it when I'm reading stuff. I cannot even drive without it, right? My eyes are good. In fact, every time I went to the doctor, it's a 20/20 vision. So I use the sight. I use the sight because I know. I'm trying to find my buckle, but anyway, it's somewhere around. I know what it is doing for me and how it can help prevent further deterioration if there was any. Right? So it's not just to deal with a problem that exists, but also to help to prevent one. We're talking about supplements. We're talking about natural products that will help us to become more healthy and to stay healthy. Right? Because health is our birthright as well.
Right.
We should have health and we should have wealth. And these products, Mr. Christopher, are the products that are designed, divine product, divine health, right? It's all natural and so forth. And so we thank everyone who have participated with their testimonies. Some of these testimonies are so powerful. Where a person cannot find their glasses, forgetting their glasses. You don't need, if you are forgetting it, that means you don't need it. And these are the benefits of the product. So I'm inviting everyone who is on this call, please get back to the person who have invited you and get your supply of detox tea, get your supply of sight, get your supply of the Rishi, the chaga. These products will provide your body with all the phytonutrients and antioxidants that you need to stay healthy. We are having a great day. This is a great time for our health. Let us not turn a blind eye. Let us do something. We also want to take some action. We have to take action. The good will not come if you don't do something. So the ball is in your court. Go back to the person who invited you and let them know that you want it now. Okay, Mr. Christopher, that is my piece.
Thank you very much, my co-host. Daily, thank you very much to all the participants here this evening. Get back to the person who invited you and let them know that you are in need of these great products, at this very minute. Delay is danger. Don't be that person now that later on down the road, you have to try to find that powder of cure. The ounce of prevention is available right now through these products. Get on board, start using them on a day, and you will be able to tell us your own story later on down the road. So I want to thank all of you for being present here this evening, and for those of you who are in need of the products, the only way to get them is to get back to the person that invited you, and that person will guide you accordingly. God bless you all. Take very good care of yourselves. Enjoy the rest of the Sunday night and have yourselves a productive week of immeasurable success. God bless you all. Bye-bye.